Welcome back to another episode of Screen Chats. On this video, I will be reviewing the new Netflix film, My Oxford Year, starring Sofia Carson, Mylchreest, directed by Iain Morris, and it's based on a book written by Julia Whelan. So I have my handy dandy notes with me, and they're pretty horribly written, but I am going to be looking off of that and reading to you some of my thoughts about this film. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first, when I finished watching this movie, it was kind of like Me Before You meets Queen Charlotte. And if you've seen either of those or both of those, you'll know what I'm talking about. Mylchreest does star in Queen Charlotte, and he does play King George, who goes crazy and such, and things go wrong with him. And in this film, Mylchreest is, he doesn't go crazy in this movie, but he does play someone who gets sick in this film and dies, which is what, at the end of Me Before You with Emilia Clarke and Sam Claflin, he is paralyzed after an accident, so he dies at the end. And throughout this entire process, you know, they end up falling in love. If you haven't seen the movie, I would highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite films. It's a feel-good movie, which I know it sounds sad at the end, but it actually doesn't make you feel sad at the end, which is interesting. And yeah, it is a really nice feel-good movie, something for the fall season coming up. But anywho, I'm talking about the Oxford Year. So it is a mix between that series and that film. I mean, there were some good parts where there were like a couple of emotional parts, and the end was definitely really emotional. However, I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say about this film because I don't really feel as strongly about this film as I would have liked. But it's an okay movie. It's not exactly the best. It is definitely something that you should watch at least once. It is one of those kind of movies where you just, you put it on, you watch it once. You may or may not watch it again. It's totally up to you. Some people might like it, some people might not. It wasn't really something that caught my eye. I definitely had some questions that came up while I was watching the movie. So I'm going to look at my notes for this. So the first one, there's a guy Sofia Carson goes to a pub with a couple of friends, and then there's a guy who's like, he's saying all of these things, and she's obviously not having it. She throws a drink at him. He gets mad and then throws a drink at her, misses her, hits her friend. Okay, this is an important thing to note. There's literally no reaction from like anybody in the bar. Like nobody's telling him to stop, nothing. There's no reaction from Anna, the character that Sofia Carson plays. It is Anna, right? So Sofia Carson plays the character Anna, and there's no reaction from her. She's just, ugh, you were about to hit me. And blah, you missed me and you hit my friend. And then she just like continues walking out of the bar, not even checking on her friend. Like, nobody checks on that friend who was just innocently standing there. She wasn't doing anything. And the glass of water or juice or beer or whatever it was, got thrown at her. And no one's reacting. Anna just walks out. And the guy is coming after her with another glass of a drink to throw at her. And again, no one in the bar reacts. And Mylchreest plays Jamie, and he's the only one who reacts. And he's like, "Oh, stop, mate. You don't want to do that, blah, blah, blah." He stops him. But I was like, I don't understand. There's no gasping. There's no nothing. She's not even checking on her friend. She's not even mad about the fact that the guy just splashed her friend. And the friend's apparently cool with it. I don't understand. I don't understand how that entire scene got approved. I don't understand. I was so lost and confused when that happened, because that was the most unrealistic thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Anywho, another question that came to mind was Anna and Jamie. They're getting together. They're falling in love. They're having fun with each other. So Anna knows that Jamie hangs out with Cecilia, and she's assuming that Cecilia and Jamie are, boyfriend, girlfriend, they're together. The fact that she thinks that, assumes that, knows that, but she still is okay with and continues to go out with Jamie and, spend time with him. And she's getting jealous that he's with her when she first saw him, he was with Cecilia at like a deli shop or something when they were getting food. So again, I don't understand, how is she okay with being the other woman in that kind of a situation? And she knows she's the other woman. So obviously I did not like that part at all. That just made no sense. There were parts of the movie that I thought were really sweet between Jamie and Anna, and I thought the relationship between Jamie and his dad was emotional. And Corey Mylchreest is a really good actor. He has a whole drama, traumatic thing, something's happening with him, or even comedy. He does it really well, so hats off to him. I'm not really a huge fan of this movie. I don't really have a ton to say. I just have a bunch of questions and things that just didn't make sense. I feel like the second half was a lot better than the first, and maybe there's like a ton of details in the book that they left out and they couldn't include in the movie, which it happens. Those are two different mediums. You can't include every single detail from a book into a movie unless you make it into a series. That's the only way to do it. However, I will say that it is worth a watch at least once, though, because I mean, it's not the worst movie I've seen. I mean, I've seen some pretty bad movies, and this is definitely not the worst one. But yeah, I mean, just watch it. It's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, just watch it once. You might like it, you might not. Totally your opinion. So yeah, there's that. Like this video, comment down below, and let me know whether or not you liked it and what parts you did like, what parts you didn't like. If you have any suggestions for TV shows, movies that you think I should check out and talk about next. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get notifications for new videos that come out every week. And also my main show on my channel, which is Coffee Break Convos with Jessica, in which I have new guests come on every week and I talk to them about their career journeys. So I will see you next time. Bye.